Hello, my name is Federico and I'm one of the creators of MyAbacus. I'm going to explain the position of our software in the accounting software market so you can determine if it's what you need and are looking for without having to create an account and test the software. With that clear, let's get into the matter. The point from which we must start is that in the world there are two types of accounting: tax accounting and what I call management accounting. Tax accounting doesn't require much explanation. All businesses are required to do it in order to meet their tax obligations. Management accounting, on the other hand, is to control, understand, and improve the financial position of a company. The problem with tax accounting is that usually it doesn't adequately reflect the financial reality of a small or medium-sized business. And the problem with management accounting is that most small and medium-sized businesses don't put it into practice. Assuming you agree with this, I can go on to explain the difference between tax accounting software and management accounting software. Tax accounting software has one main feature that is very clear and obvious when using it. It is designed for the accountant. This makes sense because accountants are the main distribution channel for accounting software through the recommendations they make to their clients. Therefore, the most important person to the accounting software company is not you as business owner, but the accountant as agent and distributor. Any accounting software company will deny this and claim that both accountants and business owners love their software and that it is super simple, intuitive, and easy to use. This is highly questionable because, as we said, most business owners decide which accounting software to use based on their accountant's recommendations, not because they are in love with its simplicity and ease of use. The reality is that it's very difficult to create a product that both accountants and business owners really love for the simple reason that they have very different idiosyncrasies and needs. And that is the opportunity that we see in the market for a really simple accounting software focused on accounting concepts and processes that are useful and valuable for the business owner. It doesn't matter if this limits us to serving a relatively small market niche. Small and medium business owners who want to elevate accounting from a problem to solve, tax accounting, to a valuable tool for their business, management accounting. Basically, we want to be the best option for those who want something similar to what happens in a large company, where the accounting department is at the service of the finance area. In a large company, finance is responsible for analyzing, planning, and supporting decision making using the information produced by accounting. In a small business, the accounting department's role is filled by an outside accountant with information that is often out of date and difficult to interpret. And the function of the financial area usually doesn't exist because the owner doesn't have the time, the will, or the tools to put it in practice. My invitation, therefore, is for you to establish the function of the finance area in your company by implementing our software and using it regularly. Also remember that creating an account and testing our software is pointless if your reality and the problem you're trying to solve do not match my explanation. In fact, our software is probably a good fit for you if there is nothing new or novel in what I have just explained to you. All I have done here is articulate a problem that you already understood intuitively and from your own experience. So if you think that it's time to put management accounting into practice in your business and let your accountant take care of the taxes, we invite you to create your account and evaluate our software. In any case, thank you very much for your attention, and I hope that this information was useful to you.